The city of Srebrenica, located in the eastern part of Bosnia and Herzegovina. At first sight, the landscape appears peaceful, but all around the town the scars of conflict remain. Ruined houses and overgrown fields await the return of their owners. People are starting to return to their lands, to build a livelihood and work together with different ethnic groups to farm the land. The people are working with their own hands to make the land fertile once more. During the 1990s, the former Yugoslavia was racked by fierce conflicts. The fighting began in Croatia and spread to Bosnia and Herzegovina, where three ethnic groups, Bosniaks, Serbs, and Croats, battled and killed each other. Some 180,000 people are said to have died in the fighting, and about 2 million people, almost half of its population, were forced from their homes. After the end of the Cold War, conflicts and terrorism have overtaken wars between nations as the major threats to people. Globalization and interdependence within the international community have facilitated a global flow of people, goods, finance, and information. As a result, threats of infectious diseases, environmental degradation, and economic crises easily cross state borders and are placing people at greater risk. The management of these risks no longer lies solely with the state. To address these challenges, the notion of human security was born, going beyond state security to focus on protecting the vital core of humanity. Fears surrounding people and a state of deprivation are interrelated. For example, poverty, illness, and lack of social services often emerge in wartime or after disasters, and conflicts are prone to occur while people are impoverished. The concept of human security focuses on protecting people from a wide range of threats and empowering them to act on their own behalf. It is a holistic approach to achieving freedom from fear and freedom from want. In 1995, during the latter stages of the conflict in Bosnia and Herzegovina, the greatest tragedy occurred in Srebrenica. Bosniak men were the victims of genocide at the hands of Bosnian Serb forces. The dead were said to number over 8,000, and large numbers of evacuees fled to different locations inside and outside Bosnia and Herzegovina to escape the fighting. After the conflict ended, Bosnia and Herzegovina emerged as an unstable country composed of two administrative entities. Srebrenica was incorporated into the Republika Srpska, which is dominated by Serbian residents. As a result, Bosniak displaced people lost their desire to return. They were faced with the fear of ethnic tension and unexploded mines in their homeland. The return of displaced people gradually began in 2002, 7 years after the end of the conflict. People began to return and seek a living on the land they once lived. However, when they arrived, they found their old houses in terrible disrepair. anxiety to rebuild their livelihoods overwhelmed the returnees.
Ja, i koliko nas ima i svi smo nemalo taki. Treba pomoći, rada ima, ja živim sa svojom šćerkom.
Sam izgubila sina, ali šta ću, ja sam se vratila na svoje. Jes mi teško, ali šta mogu, pa ja.
A vaš muž?
I muža mi nema isto.
As people began to return home, donor countries took the lead in reconstruction of social infrastructure, particularly the rebuilding of homes. However, economic self-reliance and ethnic reconciliation were left unsolved. Srebrenica was not yet a place to live in peace. Yasumasa Oizumi is a JICA expert. With professional experience with technical assistance in agriculture, he arrived in Srebrenica in March 2006. This time, his work would involve complex inter-ethnic issues. Mr. Oizumi decided to go back to the basic position of providing assistance. He started by carefully identifying people in actual need.
国際社会ではボスニア系が被害者でセルビア系が加害者ということになってますけどね。だけど現実やはり現地ではそうじゃなくて、両方が加害者でありまた被害者という構図なんですよ。そこに、橋があるんですけどね、その夜中にボスニア系が襲ってきて、でセルビア系が対岸の町に逃げようとして、でその橋に集まった時にそこで殺された人が約100名か200名いると。ですけど国際社会はそういう、ボスニア系が被害者ということで、そのボスニア系に対して約はもう 80% ぐらいはボスニア系に対して援助をするわけですよ。であと 20% ぐらいがセルビア系に対して援助してるわけですよね。そうしますとね、そこにやはり不公平感が出るわけですよ。それでその民族で支援対象を援助対象を分けるのではなくてね、被害を負った人になるべく公平に渡るようにということで、帰還民、要するにここから一回どっかに避難して帰ってきた人とかね、それから戦争で家族を失った人、特に働き手の父親とかで夫を亡くした母子家庭の家と、そういう人を主な対象としてその援助をすると。
JICA wanted to provide assistance without discrimination against those who had been victims of the conflict. With this idea, the Community Development Project in the Srebrenica Municipality got underway. The project focused on 6 areas, including the Skalani district. All of the target areas are located along the border with the Republic of Serbia, where many of the scars of war remain. The target areas are also distant from the center of the city and had not been receiving sufficient assistance. JICA decided to revitalize agriculture in these areas in order to promote economic self-reliance and interchange between ethnic groups. From a local perspective, Mr. Oizumi determined the future direction of the projects.
まず現場を見るということですよね。この地域の環境とか、それから地上性とか見て、それで何が一番可能性があるかということ、また彼らが何を要望しているかということをまず見極めたわけですよ。ここは旧ユーゴの時はですね、本当に無農薬、それから化学肥料を使わない農業が行われていたところですから、もうあえてですね、新しい技術とかね、新しい作物を持ってくるよりも、それを要するに過去に戻すためのですね、そのきっかけを与えると。ですね、始めた時に一番やはり注意したのはですね、民族のセルビア系とボスニア系の受益者のバランスなんですよ。やはりバランスが崩れるとそこから不満というのが出てきますからね。でとにかく JICA は平等だという、平等にやるということを一番心がけたんですよね。
The beneficiaries of the project were 786 families, chosen considering ethnic balance. Over half the families were returnees. Both ethnic groups had previously made a living from organic farming. Thus, the project focuses on the production of foods, including vegetables, strawberries, and herbs. These products are all competitive and are expected to be sold in neighboring countries, as well as for domestic consumption. The project also aimed to generate economic benefits and re-energize the local agriculture and livestock industries. Production of feed crops and the plantation of fruit trees regenerate dilapidated agricultural land, and the construction of food processing plants creates employment opportunities. All of these project activities were proposed by local residents. Mr. Oizumi then developed a project implementation plan, considering feasibility, marketability, and future potential. The various projects were run by 5 local NGOs, and highly experienced local farmers provided technical advice. The project promoted regional integration and enhanced cooperation between ethnic groups. Six families from both ethnic groups participated in the project to grow greenhouse vegetables. Greenhouse cultivation facilitates early shipment and improves product quality. In this mountainous region, the greenhouses were expected to produce significant benefits. Once harvest time came, the greenhouse was, as the beneficiaries had hoped, filled with fresh, succulent vegetables.
Paradajza je bilo oko 2 tone na ovoj površini. Baš dobar bio paradajz. Pa većinom se prodavala ovdje, ali jedan deo sam odvozila za Sarajevo.
Both ethnic groups decided for themselves to ship products to Sarajevo, the capital of Bosnia and Herzegovina. Market purchasers who prioritized taste over appearance paid a good price for the vegetables. On this day, the project beneficiaries were engaged in practical training seminars, learning how to plant winter vegetables such as lettuce and onions. These gatherings also enhanced contact between the two ethnic groups.
Ne, mi zajedno pijemo kafu kad imamo edukacije, kod jednih u drugih u kuću. Ne, sasvim se super slažemo.
Pa sigurno ako bude. Zato i radimo. Valja da se živi od nečega.
The NGO Zadrugar, which was established by both ethnic groups, is involved in producing feed crops. The NGO supports returnee families and harvests feed crops from 7 hectares of land. The crops are then shipped to livestock farmers in Sarajevo.
I što se tiče sela, ovdje čisto je povratničko, slabo. Niko je JICA-Jedina je ta koja je malo pomogla i jagodama i tom travom i svime.
Što je jako bitno za ovaj narod, govorim i za srpski i bošnjački narod, dakle ukupno ovaj narod koji živi ovdje. Jer ovdje nemamo ni jednu fabriku, maltene nemamo ništa, ostalo je samo da radimo poljoprivredu.
Da, pa gospodin je predstavnik Srba i za sad imamo korektnu i dobru saradnju, nikad nismo imali ni jednu.
Smatram da zajedničkim ovakvim radom i zajedničkim poslovima koji se od donatora ovdje kod nas dešavaju, da ćemo ići još ka boljem uspostavljanju međuljudskih i međunacionalnih odnosa.
The new project, which was proposed by the residents themselves, is up and running. In the Bosniak village of Bujaković, there are only 8 households, less than half the pre-conflict number. All of the households are led by widows, and they are finding it difficult to make a living after returning to their land. Almir, who lives in the village, is one of the few young men who managed to escape the massacre at the end of the conflict. He established an NGO to try to raise the income of families led by widows. He proposed to JICA the cultivation of mushrooms inside an exploratory tunnel dug for a dam project.
To jeste, zato smo i odabrali takav prostor i postoje i alternativna rješenja, ali su troškovi veći. Tunel ima konstantnu temperaturu i ljeti i zim, znači temperatura je tu najbitnija i održavanje temperature.
In an optimum environment, the mushrooms grew remarkably well. The white heads of the mushrooms sprung up one after the other, changing the tunnel's appearance overnight. On some days, as many as 200 packs of mushrooms were collected. JICA assisted not only on production, but also in packing and other aspects of shipment. The residents won a new source of income.
Baš mu hvala. Pomogo nas je dobro, lijepo nam je sad, imamo nešto i da zaradimo. Radimo, još ako bi bilo bolje, nešto još bi bolje bilo. Mi imamo želju da živimo ovdje i da radimo i eto.
The packed mushrooms are stamped with the brand logo, a gift from Drina. The logo, which was proposed by one of the NGO staff, is based on the local Drina River that defines the Serbian border and the mountains from which it flows. The same logo also helps to boost sales of other products, including vegetables and strawberries.
今までで約合計しますとね、2万ユーロ以上の収益を住民が上げてるんですよね。それはまあいろいろなハーブとか、それから養蜂とかイチゴとか野菜の収益を全部集めてるんですから。そうしますとね、まあ収益を上げたということでね、まあ上辺だけか分かんないけれど、まあボスニア系とセルビア系が一緒に抵抗なく仕事をしたりとかね、それからそういうようなことは出ていますよね。まあ我々のやっていることがね、それにそういう根本の解決をする、まあ一助というか助けにね、ちょっとした助けになったら、まあ成功じゃないかなと思ってですよ。
Through the agricultural economic activities, two ethnic groups are starting to cooperate. It's the first step towards ethnic reconciliation. Mr. Oizumi is also working to involve the local government to ensure sustainability of the project.
A općina da asistira oko zemljišta, oko obezbeđivanja nekih pretpostavki koje su neophodne. Razlog zašto JICA i općinska administracija, odnosno općina, trebaju biti nosioci projekta su prije svega imovinsko-pravne prirode koje treba, probleme imovinsko-pravne prirode koje treba rješavati kako projekat bio što na višem nivou, odnosno na zavidnom nivou bolje implementiran. A razlog, još jedan od razloga zašto želimo proširiti prostor djelovanja jeste da JICA-no iskustvo prenesemo i drugima, odnosno da JICA i njeni eksperti budu neposredni instruktori i na drugim prostorima.
In line with the request of the local government, JICA is planning to expand the project outcomes, hoping for increased ethnic reconciliation within Bosnia and Herzegovina. Mostar is located in the south of Bosnia and Herzegovina. It was the site of fierce fighting between Bosniaks and Croats. Even 12 years after the war, Mostar Gymnasium, one of the region's most prestigious schools, still bears scars from the fighting. The bullet holes in the school walls and the strained relationship between the ethnic groups have cast a deep shadow over the school. Although the school was open to Croats and Bosniaks, different curriculums were used at ethnically separate classrooms, and it was not a forum for exchange and friendship. Students of different ethnicities were faced with separatism and emotional barriers. In 2005, the Japanese government donated computers to a new IT laboratory at the school. The laboratory aimed to provide better information education, which would not be affected by ethnic differences. Extracurricular activities using the IT laboratory began. However, a 15-year-old curriculum was being used for these activities. JICA therefore began developing a new contemporary information studies curriculum based on the Japanese textbook Information A. Local consultant Dejan visited Mostar Gymnasium to monitor the project and make the necessary arrangements. The students were given the choice whether to continue learning the old curriculum in separate ethnic groups or to come together and study the new curriculum.
No, čak I sasvim neočekivano je došlo do toga da cijeli 100% I Bošnjaka I Hrvata su se opredijelili da nastavu pohađaju po novom nastavnom planu I programu skupa I u ovom kabinetu.
In September 2006, joint classes began for the students at Mostar Gymnasium. It was the first time both groups of students had attended the same class together since the conflict ended. Today's task is to research a favorite town on the internet to produce an original guidebook. At the end of the school year, the students will try making a website.
Pa, mislim da ima najzanimljivije podatke o historiji, kulturi I svemu ostalom.
Pa informatika mi se sviđa jer je to jedna znanost bez koje se danas ne može, veoma važna znanost.
Jeste, zato što su I sa hrvatskog, sa federalnog programa djeca zajedno. Sad sam ja sa prijateljicom sa hrvatskog programa, recimo zajedno rade, tako se možemo družiti više.
The students acquire new knowledge as they deepen their relationships with their classmates. School education is beginning to regain its true role as the two schools associate under one roof.
Mi smo mišljenja ovdje u školi, dakle sve ono što je kvalitetno I što programi koji mogu zadovoljiti interese učenika su, dakle tu nije vam bitno ni jeste li vi pripadnik jednog ili drugog naroda, dakle djeca prema svojim interesima I prema svojoj znatiželji jednostavno idu I kada imaju mogućnosti zadovoljiti te svoje interese, nikakvih problema apsolutno nema. Mogu slobodno kazati I učenici I profesori u ovoj školi raspoloženi I želimo pružiti ono najbolje našoj djeci I tako se I ponašamo I tako ih I odgajamo I obrazujemo.
Stability has been restored to Bosnia and Herzegovina following the ethnic conflict, and reconstruction is underway. However, a closer look at local communities reveals many people in distress, struggling to restore trust and rebuild their livelihoods. By encouraging activities that involve both ethnic groups, such as the re-establishment of basic infrastructure and improved education, JICA is acting as a catalyst to build mutual trust within divided communities. An effort to connect separated ethnic groups and build bridges from tragic past experiences to future development and peace is underway.
Ali definitivno jedan korak naprijed ka normalizaciji I stabilizaciji prilika u Mostaru i Bosni i Hercegovini.
A mislim da i do sad se vidi iz priloženog, vidi se da se sve više i više naroda vraća bošnjačkog na svoja ognjišta. Što mislim da je ovo lep primjer da pomoć Japana.
来年再来年もね、その牧草の蘇りとか、それから荒れたところに果樹を植えたりしてね、もう徐々にしていって、それでそれと並行して例えば道がアスファルトされるとかね、それから学校が作られるとか、または小さな工場ができるとかね、ということだったら帰っていこうかということにつながっていくんじゃないかと思ってやってるわけですよ。
A cooperative effort to rebuild a safe and peaceful society is taking shape. A step towards human security has been taken.